Welcome to the second episode of Revenge with Medea, where quiet wives become legends. What if the man who humiliated you in front of the entire company had no idea you secretly owned it all? After giving birth to twins, Ava's husband sneered, "You're bloated. You ruin the image. Go hide." She didn't argue. She simply left, and took his entire empire with her. This is the most satisfying, ice-cold revenge story you will hear this year. Bell subscribe for new revenge stories every week. Narrated in the style of Medea herself. If you love stories of betrayed women rising, hit like and comment Medea approved below. Imagine this. Yuri standing at your husband's glamorous promotion gala, holding your newborn twins, when he shoves you toward the exit and snarls in front of everyone. "You're bloated. You ruin the image. Go hide." What he didn't know. I wasn't just his exhausted wife. I was the silent billionaire who owned every brick of the company he was celebrating. This is Revenge with Medea. And this story is colder than ice. My name is Ava. And tonight, my husband Liam was about to learn the deadliest lesson of his life. It started in our bedroom 4 months after the twins were born. I was fighting with a navy silk gown that used to fit like a glove. The C-section scar still throbbed. Noah and Emma screamed in their bassinet. Liam stood in his $10,000 tuxedo, adjusting his cufflinks, and looked at me like I was garbage. "Are you really wearing that?" he sneered. "It looks like a tent." "You're a dairy cow, Ava. The board will be there. The investors. I need a CEO's wife, not this." I swallowed the tears. I had given birth to his children. But to him I was already invisible. What he didn't know was that I had inherited Vertex dynamics from my father 7 years earlier. Every dollar, every decision, every promotion, including his, came from me. I stayed silent because I wanted to be loved for who I was. Tonight that silence would end. We arrived at the gala. Cameras flashed. Liam stepped out first, smiling like a king. I struggled behind him with the double stroller and diaper bag. When a reporter asked for a photo with the wife, Liam blocked me with his body. "Maybe later," he laughed. "Ava's feeling under the weather." Then he hissed in my ear, "Stay in the corner. Don't ruin this for me." I stood by the buffet, rocking fussy Noah. A loud burp. Spit up landed right on my shoulder. A dark stain on the silk. Liam appeared like a storm. His face turned purple in front of the board and a Dubai investor. He grabbed my elbow so hard it bruised and dragged me to the emergency exit. "You're disgusting," he spat. "Bloated. A mess. You ruin the image. Go home. Now. Before the mysterious owner sees you and fires me for bad taste." I looked into his eyes and felt the last thread snap. "Okay, Liam," I said softly. "I'm leaving." I turned the stroller around and walked out into the night. But I didn't go home. I drove 3 blocks to the presidential suite I owned in the same hotel. And then I opened my laptop. What happened next took exactly 11 minutes. First, his black card was declined at the bar. Then his visa. Then the corporate account. Sweat poured down his face while the entire gala watched the CEO of Vertex Dynamics beg the bartender to put drinks on a room he no longer had. Meanwhile, in my suite, I sipped expensive wine and tapped 3 apps. Smart Home, Liam's biometric access, deleted. Tesla, remote access revoked, speed limited to 5 miles per hour. HR portal, CEO box, hovered over terminate. I didn't click it yet. I wanted him to feel the cold first. He ran outside. The valet told him the Tesla wouldn't start. The title was in the Ava Vance Trust, my maiden name. Liam's face went white. He started texting me frantically. The bank froze my cards. Why can't I get into the house? Ava, please. I read every message and turned my phone off. Then came the final blow. While Liam stood stranded on the curb, his phone buzzed with a company-wide email from the mysterious owner. It wasn't a memo. It was a video. The video opened on me, still in the same stained navy dress, holding Emma on my hip. Effective immediately, I said calmly into the camera, Liam Sterling is relieved of his duties as CEO, for conduct incompatible with our core values. I leaned closer. You wanted me to hide, Liam. So I went home. And I realized, it's my home. My company. And frankly? You don't fit the aesthetic anymore. The video ended. The giant LED screen outside the hotel flashed the headline live. Breaking, Vertex CEO ousted by wife and owner Ava Vance. The paparazzi swarmed. Flashbulbs exploded. Liam covered his face and realized, too late, that the mysterious owner had been changing diapers in his own house the entire time. The next morning he woke up on his brother's couch. No money. No car. No house. He took a bus to our mansion. The gates were locked. A new security guard handed him a restraining order. The property now belonged to the Noah and Emma Sterling Trust. Liam slid down the iron bars and cried on the sidewalk. 6 months later I walked into the Vertex boardroom wearing a perfectly tailored cream suit. No Spanx. No hiding. The board stood when I entered. I took the seat at the head of the table. The seat that used to be his. And somewhere across town, Liam was working mid-level sales in a cheap suit, driving a used Honda, finally living the life he could actually afford. I looked in my rearview mirror as my driver pulled away. The road ahead was wide open. No obstacles. No dead weight. Just pure, beautiful freedom. And that, my darlings, is how a bloated, exhausted wife became the queen who burned her husband's empire to the ground. This was Revenge with Medea, Episode 2. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. What would you do if you were the secret owner? Next week, another husband will learn the same deadly lesson. Until then, stay silent. Stay dangerous. And never let them see you coming.